You know, Farron, when you were a kid, you started with me when you were a kid. It was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that we started talking about, even before the Koch brothers had moved far along, we started talking about the idea that the Kochs had a design in mind. And the design wasn't to start a third party. The design was to take over the existing infrastructure of the GOP. And we talked about it, and other people said, well, that's nonsense. Well, now we see the GOP absolutely freaking out at the fact that they've lost control of their party to the Koch brothers because the Koch brothers have more money. Tell me your take on this story.
Well, what's interesting about this story, and right now the Koch brothers are fighting over their I-360 program with the GOP, which is essentially it creates a database of Republican voters' names, email addresses, home addresses, phone numbers, everything they need to do their get out the vote or solicit funds. And the Koch brothers have a pretty good monopoly on this little program that they've got. And the GOP is furious about the fact that they don't want to share it. But
yeah.
What the GOP doesn't realize right now is that they allowed the Koch brothers to come in, pay hundreds of millions of dollars every campaign cycle, and now the Koch brothers are finally saying, hey, guess what? We own you. We own your party. We own your infrastructure. You are the Koch party. You're not the GOP.
To listen to Reince Priebus talk about, well, we're going to get this under control. Sorry, buddy. Trains left the station. And what we started seeing, this is more interesting. This story is a big story. It's bigger than the Republicans even understand that it is, because they have taken possession of the entire body and soul. The Koch brothers have taken possession of the Republican Party. But what we started seeing was when we started seeing the Koch brothers buying up the smallest elections, everything from county commissioners to teachers. The question is, well, they're spreading a lot of money around. Well, of course they are. It's called loyalty money. And right now you have the Koch brothers. They're able to garner more loyalty to the average wingnut right-wing candidate than the Republicans are. I think it's a tough situation. The only thing I thought this was interesting, they did the RNC gave the Koch brothers their political database going back roughly 2 decades. Well, the only good news is those people are dead already, because if you look at the old and graying Republican Party, those people aren't around anyway. So maybe it's time they rebuild that list anyway.